Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on House of Sillage. So prior to purchasing from House of Sillage, really didn't know much about them. It wasn't a brand that I had heard of before, but I kept seeing this Minnie Mouse fragrance go around, and I'm not somebody who like jumps on the bandwagon for everything that's popular or that's like circulating, but I clicked on it and I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is giving luxury. This is not just any type of fragrance. First of all, for a fragrance, the price point is higher than the average fragrance that I've come into, so it's definitely, to me, considered a luxury fragrance. Once I purchased the Minnie Mouse fragrance and the 2 lipsticks, which was my first order, once everything got here, I was like, okay, House of Sillage, I see what you guys have here. You know what actually I feel like kind of pushed me to even check out even more fragrances was that they sent me samples of other fragrances once I purchased the first items, and then once I started smelling the samples, I was like, this smells really good. This is something that I can see myself wearing, or that I feel like I want to look deeper into. So it took me a few days to like search through the websites and look at different fragrances, and there were a couple that just kept like coming back to me or kept sticking with me as far as what I felt like I would have liked. So I'm going to show you those fragrances from House of Sillage, and then also talk a little bit about the lipsticks that I purchased from them, and just give you my thoughts and how I feel about it. If you're somebody who wants the luxury things, the luxury items, or you like a finer fragrance, or fragrance that can be considered a collector's item, things like that, something that's different, I would definitely recommend checking out House of Sillage. And if you've seen a fragrance on their website where you're not really sure if you're ready to invest in a fragrance that is at that price, I would say that it's probably a good idea to join their email list, because that is how I was able to be notified of when the fragrances that I was actually looking into just go ahead and purchase were on sale, and it was a good sale, so I just went ahead and purchased at those times. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So the first fragrance that I'm going to show you is this Minnie Mouse fragrance. I don't really know if I have to do too much explaining as far as the presentation of this fragrance. This is fabulous. You can look at it and see that this is a nice perfume bottle. This is not something that you necessarily would just walk to any store and find on the shelves, and I like a lot of stuff like that. Stuff that is unique, different, and that not everybody would have. So I do follow some fragrance pages on other apps, and this one kept popping up, and I was like, where is this Minnie Mouse fragrance? Like, why do I keep seeing this Minnie Mouse fragrance pop up? Then I finally did my research and got to the House of Sillage website, and then I saw everything. Once I like read through and saw like the detailing of everything, like how they have the Swarovski crystals on their bottles and the different types of craftsmanship that they put into their bottles, this is something that they're actually putting time into creating. So specifically for this fragrance, their website mentions how these bottles are hand painted by skilled artisans, and it has over 100 Swarovski crystals and is gold plated. So already there, that's letting you know that this is a true luxury fragrance. I'm also one of those girls that loves a good gourmand fragrance. So one of the things that stood out to me on the website was that the notes were sounding really good to me. So this is what the note says on the website. It says the top notes are marshmallow, creamy notes. Heart notes are raspberry, caramel, coconut, and the base notes are vanilla, musk, cedarwood. I honestly did not know exactly what to expect upon purchasing this fragrance, of how it would end up smelling. I did kind of fish around and look for other videos to kind of give me an idea of what it would smell like, and I heard someone mention that it smells kind of like a jam, like a raspberry jam, and I can say that I definitely agree. I sprayed some on me earlier, and what I could definitely say that I pick up from this scent is that it is very fruity. It definitely is given raspberry. It's definitely given sweet. If you're somebody who likes a fragrance with a little more projection or a little more strength to it, I would definitely say the Minnie Mouse one is the way to go. But when I say strong, I don't mean an offensive strong. This fragrance to me smells so good. The fruitiness in it is not offensive to me at all, and I feel like it's one of those like playful scents, something I definitely feel like I'm gonna wear a lot in the springtime, and it's something that I feel like I have never really smelled before in a fragrance. A lot of fragrances that I've smelled, I feel like kind of have like that safe zone of things. This to me is a very fun fragrance, but it does not take away from the maturity of the fragrance. It definitely meets that gourmand requirements that, you know, I have for a lot of my fragrances. So overall, this is my favorite fragrance from House of Sillage that I have purchased, and I love the craftsmanship. I love the details. So on the inside, it has the Disney House of Sillage etched in there, and then this is what the fragrance looks like with the cap off. I feel like if you're somebody who likes to collect perfume, I feel like this is a cute one, a nice one to have in a collection. Or if you're just somebody who loves a nice fragrance, I feel like this is one that you more than likely would not easily find this just out and about. So just so I don't forget to mention this, it also came with this bag. And lastly, the fragrance delivered in this nice collector's box. So I really love that. And it came with a card to basically let you know that it is a verified purchase, a verified item. So let's move into the next fragrance from House of Sillage, and again, this one came in a very nice collector's box, and this one came with a card to prove that it was authentically sent from the brand. So this is cream chiffon. It actually has cream chiffon on the plate, and then also House of Sillage. One of my favorite things about this one is the different colored crystals. I feel like that's such a nice detail to have for this bottle. I absolutely love that these bottles come in that cupcake shape. It's something that I feel like is so different that I have not come across in fragrance. I don't think ever a cupcake shaped fragrance, but I absolutely love it. I feel like it adds this own uniqueness to this brand. I'm gonna read you the notes that are currently on their website. It definitely classifies creme chiffon under a sweet gourmand. The notes in this fragrance are bitter orange, brown sugar, STT, grapefruit, olibanum, benzoin, heliotrope, whipped vanilla, white musk, Haitian vetiver. Honestly, I did not know what I was gonna get when I bought this fragrance, and the reason why is because a lot of times when I go for a gourmand, I kind of stick to the things that I'm familiar with, that I know is going to be sugary, sweet. So I felt like me purchasing this one, I was taking a chance and trying out new things in a fragrance. But when it got here, I really did like it. What I like about this fragrance is that it is super soft. I get a super soft, very light powdery feel from it. This fragrance definitely does give luxury. I feel like it's something that luxury sheets should smell like. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain this the best way that I can. When I spray this fragrance, I feel like a luxury woman laying in her silk or satin robe on like a nice, I'm trying to paint the scene for you guys, on like a nice velvety couch, drinking her glass of wine or something. This is super soft. I feel like this has a very nice feminine element to it, but it's not so sweet to where it's like you start to feel like it's like a very young girl type of fragrance or body mist. It has a very luxury type of sweetness to it, not something that would, I feel like, offend a lot of people easily. Now, I love gourmands all around, so I love something that's super strong, that's giving fresh dessert out the oven, but I understand not everybody likes a sweet gourmand like that. So I feel like if you want to get into gourmands and you're looking for a nice luxury gourmand fragrance, this may be something nice to look at, because it's not that overbearing gourmand. It is so soft. This is something that I feel like you could layer with other perfumes because of the softness of it. And then also, I don't know, it's like so soft that it makes me think of like a baby. But it doesn't smell like baby powder or anything, although it does have a little bit of a powderiness to it. I feel like this is something that's perfect for the daytime. Really, you can wear your fragrance anytime you want to. I don't really care. If I feel like putting something on, I usually go and put it on. But I feel like if you're somebody who works in an office space or something like that, I feel like this would not offend me to smell on somebody else. And I feel like because it's so soft, the strength is not going to be overbearing or overwhelming. Even if you put a lot of this on, I still feel like it's so soft that you really probably would not be offended smelling this. So the interesting thing to me is that even though all of these things are like on the top, the fragrance to me does not really give these things. So if you're looking at the fragrance and thinking it's gonna smell exactly like a cupcake, or exactly like a popsicle, or exactly like an ice cream cone, I would say don't buy it based off of how it looks on the top. I kind of had a different idea of what I thought would be delivered. I thought that it would be like super sweet or a lot sweeter, but it still has that sweetness. It's just not as bold as I thought it would be. Again, something that you probably won't smell any and everybody wearing. I feel like this is a good option. And then lastly, from House of Sillage, I have from the Sweet Atelier collection the fragrant Sweet Dream. And just for reference, the cream chiffon is also from the Sweet Atelier collection, but I actually purchased cream chiffon because I thought that was gonna be sweeter. And then once cream chiffon came in, they sent me fragrance sample of Sweet Dream. For some reason it was a lot stronger, and Sweet Dream just kept like sticking out to me. I was like, I want Sweet Dream also. So I waited. See, this is the thing about patience. When you have to be patient, sometimes it ends up working out in your favor. I waited because I was like just thinking on it, like let me let a few days go by and see, you know, if I like it. Then I started to see they were putting different fragrances on sale during the holiday season, so I think it was like 40% off. I was like, I'm jumping on the opportunity to go ahead and get this one too. It was like something that I just kept going back to the sample after a few days, like I'm gonna go ahead and get it. It is sweet, but it's a different type of sweetness. It doesn't give like cinnamon bun, like fresh pie out of the oven type of sweetness. As you can see, it's candy on the box. When I was smelling the sample, the main thing that kept sticking out to me was this peachiness. And I think that is what made me be like, okay, this juicy type of peach scent is what kept coming to me. Now that I've sprayed the fragrance on my skin, the peachiness I find is not as strong as it was in the sample, but it definitely still has a very nice fragrance. So I'm gonna go ahead and read you the notes from the website, and then we'll go a little deeper into talking about this fragrance. So it's classified as a fruity floral, which I definitely would agree, but this one has an air of maybe like sophistication, a type of luxury class type of, I guess, aura to it. Considering how it smells on me right now, I wouldn't necessarily just out the gate just think fruity floral, because of how like I feel like it has a little bit of a musk to it. Like it's definitely given luxury type of fragrance. The top notes are peach nectar, orange sanguine, savannah. The heart notes are narcotic, osmanthus, Indian jasmine, rum, and the base notes are amber woods, Indonesian patchouli, cedarwood atlas. So again, it has a lot of things in it that on average I don't necessarily look for in a fragrance, or if I see it in a fragrance, it's very few I guess scents in that range. So the fact that I jumped on this and bought this was actually a little different for me. So yes, I would say that Sweet Dream is a sweet fragrance, but if you're somebody who's kind of visual and you're just looking at the bottle and thinking, oh, I'm about to be smelling like a cupcake, I wouldn't go in looking at this fragrance like that. I would say to really take a look at the notes and then decide from there. I am glad that I did get this. I am grateful that I do have this fragrance because I feel like it has that luxury air but still gives you that sweetness to it. And I feel like a lot of my fragrances, although I do have nice fragrances, I don't have, I feel like, a huge amount right now that gives that luxury kind of smell, although it's catering to that sweet gourmand or that fruity floral place. So again, I love that this one has the colored crystals and it also has cute little gummy bears on it and then the cute little cherry on the top. And this is what the cupcake looks like without the top on it. I'm actually going to spray this one again because this one to me is very intriguing with the fact that it's a fruity floral that I was smelling the peach when I was smelling the sample, and now it has dried down to a much more like mature luxury type of vibe. I don't know if vibe is the most like perfume like word to say, but that's what it's given. Okay, I'm gonna use vibe. The way these fragrances spray is so like beautiful and soft. I really love that. You know, some perfume bottles can be a little, you know, rough. This definitely, from what I've seen from their bottles, is that it sprays very nicely. As soon as I spray it, I definitely smell that peach. I definitely smell the floral aspect to this fragrance, and I do not like a lot of florals. I'm not really a floral girl when it comes to fragrance, but I can do a fruity floral. I like a fruity floral. The floral is definitely not overbearing. This is a very nice scent. I feel like this is something that I would love to wear like springtime at night, like at a nice event, something like that. Yes, you can wear it during the day, but I feel like this fragrance has a little bit of a mature aspect to it. And when I say mature, I do not mean old at all. You have the sweetness in here, but it's not overbearing, it's not loud, and it has like a mysterious type of air to it. So I really love this fragrance. I feel like this is a fragrance that you may get compliments on. People may actually like, what are you wearing? What is this? That type of thing. And I love the detail in the House of Sillage and then Sweet Dream on the inside. So I'm done talking about those fragrances. The last thing that I'm going to show you from House of Sillage is the lipsticks that I got from their lipstick collection. I actually have one on now. I have the Minnie Mouse one, and this color is so cute. At first I was like, I don't know how this red is going to look on me. I don't want it to look like, you know, too mature. I feel like it's actually a really nice red color. I feel like it goes well with my skin tone. I didn't have to line or anything. Technically you don't have to line, but I didn't line my lips or anything. I just went in with the red lipstick, and this is one that I feel like may work for a lot of different people with different undertones. This is how the bow lipstick looks from the House of Sillage Disney Minnie Mouse collection. I absolutely love this packaging. So at first, when I went to go check out their lipsticks, I kind of was like hesitant at first because I was like, I've never really invested in a lipstick that would cost this much. But then when I did my research and read a little bit deeper into it, again, this is something that they put craftsmanship work into. They actually have like skilled artisans working on these. These also are plated in gold and have the Swarovski crystals in them, so I was like, okay, it makes sense now. One of the great things about this is that you can keep it as a collector's item, and also if you run out of your lipstick, guess what? It is refillable. So the fact that this lipstick is refillable was one of the things that made me decide, like, okay, I want to get this. And then also I just really felt like, you know, this is really cute. All right. I feel like it's nice to have these type of nice luxury items that can last you through the generations. That may be a little dramatic for some people, but I just like the idea, okay? The idea of even having this. I'm very pleased with it. I feel like it's very moisturizing, the formula. Compared to some of the lipsticks that I've tried, I feel like this actually is a quality lipstick. A lot of luxury brands, if you think about it, they have packaging that you toss once you're done. And that's it. You just have to buy another one. But the fact that you can keep this case for however long you want it and just keep refilling it, I really like that idea versus me just buying a lipstick that costs, you know, a nice amount of money, but once it's done, the packaging is gonna go in the trash. I'm not gonna be able to save it. And then another nice thing is that these come with the case, so that's really nice. You can travel with them and don't have to really, you know, have on your mind like, am I gonna mess it up? Or if you toss it in your purse, you can put the case on it while it's in your purse. And lastly, I ended up getting the Whispers of Admiration bow case. The reason I got this one was just because I like the pink color and I like how the golds went with it. On the inside of this one, I opted to go for a nice pinky nude color because I felt like that would be something that I'll actually wear. Okay, so the color of this lipstick is the Bombshell. And I normally like to line my lips with a brown liner when I go for a pinky nude like this. And of course, that one also came with a case. I love this one because it's pink. So again, you can just toss it in your bag and not have to worry about, you know, if it's good. Definitely giving luxury, okay? Who has a case for their lipstick, okay? Not just any old lipstick comes with a case. That says a lot, okay? And the quality of what you're getting from this company. I feel like everything came packaged so beautifully. They gave me so many samples in each order, and I just feel like everything actually is given luxury. You know, sometimes when you buy something and it may not necessarily have that luxury air to it, when I touch those bottles, when I smell the fragrance in those bottles, even the lipstick cases, I feel like they just give luxury, they give nice. I definitely would recommend checking out the website if you're looking for some luxury fragrance and even some nice beauty items, and see if it's a fit for you. One thing that I can definitely say about these fragrances is the smell. I feel like something that you're gonna want to wear to nice places, that you're probably gonna get some compliments from them. I feel like if you are somebody who is into the luxury look, the luxury feel, the luxury lifestyle, if that's something that you like, you definitely probably would like these fragrances. Be sure to check out any of my other videos that interest you, and I hope you have a great day.